What's up YouTube? My name is Trashy Operator and I'm going to walk you down my $2,500 AR build. Right now I'm rocking with an M&P Sport II, pretty basic AR15 build. It's about $850. You know, anything under $1,000 is not too bad. You have some things, Daniel Defense, you know, Remingtons, you have Smith & Wessons, you have a lot of different AR-15 options out there, and you can also build them from scratch with a lower and an upper for pretty affordable. So today we're going to walk down what I've been rocking, what I'm happy about, some things that I'm not happy about, and we're going to go through some parts lists that I have written down for us. You know, I pretty much know everything off the top of my head, but if I get stuck, we'll walk through it. So I spent roughly $850 on a completely stock Smith & Wesson M&P Sport II. That's chambered in 5.56 NATO. It came with a 16-inch barrel, which is standard. And I ran it like that for a few weeks, you know, just kind of getting used to it. I'm a left-handed shooter, so I definitely didn't have the furniture and controls all set up for a lefty. So that's also things that we'll talk about. If you're a left-handed shooter, I have some things for you. If you're ambidextrous like myself, it's also set up for both variations, lefty or righty. So let's get into it. This thing right here, we'll start with the Handguard. This is by Timber Creek. It is a 15-inch ultralight M-Lok Handguard. It was pretty affordable, maybe around like 140 bucks. Right now, it's about $120 on Optics Planet at 46% off. So you guys are looking for a new handguard for your AR-15, and you guys think this one looks kind of cool. It's 46% off right now on opticsplanet.com. I like this handguard. It gives you enough furniture space all the way to the front of the barrel to utilize, you know, a Streamlight, anything like that. So I went with a 15-inch handguard so that I could use as much accessories and furniture space as possible. We got a standard barrel, 16-inch. It's going to be the Smith & Wesson. Didn't change that out. We're running the Pro Tac by Streamlight. That's the Mount 2. It's 625 lumens. Pretty excited about it. When I first got it, I was running through the house, the apartment. I think I had an apartment at that time, and I was just clearing rooms and having fun with it. It definitely goes out to, I'd say, at least 100 meters. It's not a huge floodlight, and I did that on purpose because, you know, I'm not running this optic completely in fields, and I'm not going out shooting at night a lot. I wanted something that could be used for CQB, indoor, if I had to clear out some rooms. I wanted it just to have that accessory, you know, that option of just running the light. So there is stronger lights out there if you're trying to open it all up, see a field, and have 25 meters wide of just straight flood. They also sell those options, but this one is not it. You know, again, it's 625 lumens, which is strong enough. That is the Streamlight Pro Tac Mount 2 with the push pad on top. Super happy. It also strobes. And then I also have an M-Lok scout mount on the rail, which actually pushes it up forward and doesn't keep it completely flush on the rail system, so I like that a lot. I'm rocking a BCM Gunfighter vertical grip. Shout out to my buddy Ochoa that actually sent me that during the build. A nice little freebie that he gave me during the build. And I have it pushing forward, which I really like. Right here on the sides, I'm running M-Lok Type 2 rail covers, and that kind of just gives you a little bit more space on your hand, not to get burned up from the hand railing. I have them on both sides, and then I used to have one on the back just in case I brought the C-grip backwards off the pad, which I might do that because I kind of ND the light sometimes during comps and in a stressful situation when you're shooting. Sometimes that grip on your thumb becomes a little too strong, and they actually see you, and you know, you definitely don't want to be seen by your light while you're shooting all the time. So again, we got the BCM Gunfighter. Let's walk into what scope and what offset I'm using here. I'm using the Strike Eagle. Again, this was a $2,500 build, so I wanted to make it super affordable and something for me to just learn on. And for a Strike Eagle 1 to 6 for the price range is very affordable. Most people could buy it, and I love it. So I haven't had any issues with it. Anything from about 15 meters to 250 meters, you're definitely on point. You could definitely send it further than that, 3, 4, I think it's spec'd out to about 600 yards. But anything about over 400 yards, I'll probably go higher than a 1:6 power, just to have a little bit more zoom and more focal on your sight picture. You know, this is definitely a great rifle for anything from 15, 20 meters to about 200 and 300 meters. So let's just say roughly 15 meters all the way to 300 meters. This rifle is completely set up. Now that the offset's on there, I guess I have a little bit more closer range to it. But that was a new addition that I just added to it messing around. So this is the Strike Eagle first focal plane, 1:6 power by Vortex. Super good. And then I also have an offset 30 millimeter tube, 2-inch offset by Vortex, which kind of throws up that scope a little bit more forward. A lot of people kind of rub it back all the way in the last Picatinny rail. I don't do that, just to give my eye a little bit more space. I like it on how the setup is, and that is going to be the Strike Eagle 1:6 power. Super happy about it. And this is going to be a red dot that's offset 45 degrees. The mount is by Strike Industries. It's called the Ambush. It's a universal mounting system that you can put in RMR, SRO, you can put Holosuns, you can put a whole bunch of stuff. This one I have the 407K. Yeah, talk crap on it. It's actually just a red dot that I've been running on micro pistols. And I just decided to put it on here while I wait to get myself a new red dot. It definitely works. Anything under 5, 10, 15 yards. I'm gonna say, honestly, the red dot's probably off by a 1/2 inch. I kind of learned that anticipation already, so I pull up just a little bit to get that hit mark, and I'm happy with it. You know, you definitely want to have that. At the moment, I don't have a co-witness iron sights, which a lot of people are going to say is definitely mandatory, and again, it is. So you want to definitely have some backup sights right now. If the light goes out, I have a spare battery in here, and I also have a spare battery at the bottom of my grip, but you can also change batteries in a stressful situation. But there's no co-witness. I don't have any iron sights on that backing it up. If that goes down, I have a red dot. If that goes down, you could also use it that's not lit up. But anyway, yeah, you probably should have some co-witness sights on it. So that's my optics. That's what I have currently. Right now for the controls, I'm running Strike Industries Fire Selector, which is completely ambidextrous. It's on the left side, and it's also on the right side. Okay, that was kind of cool. That's like a little light over the top, you know? I should have a filler light up there, or I think they call them key lights. And that's Strike Industries Fire Selector. Because I'm left-handed, I also went to Strike Industries mag release. So this is going to be a mag release for the left side. Right side, it's going to have a standard one. I think this one's a little bit extended. It's a little bit bigger than the stock one. So yeah, I have Strike Industries Fire Selector, Strike Industries mag release on this, set up for ambidextrous. Happy with it. Let's move back just a little bit more. This is going to be a Aero Precision breech charging handle. Again, it's ambidextrous. It bat wings out a little bit. There's some that are a little bit bigger, but again, that charging handle works on both sides, however you want to run it. Again, I'm super happy with that charging handle. You definitely need something ambidextrous, and you should be set up on ambidextrous on any of your rifles or pistols, whatever you're shooting. I recommend you knowing how to shoot weak hand and strong hand, because you never know what could happen. Let's move back just a tad. This is going to be the OEM buffer tube. It's just a Smith & Wesson Sport buffer tube. I'm rocking an MOE Mil-Spec stock. Nothing too fancy. I like it. I could probably upgrade the buffer kit in the future, and probably a bolt carrier group maybe in the future too. But at the moment, I'm happy with the stock one. I don't think it makes a huge difference, and after about 5,000 rounds, you probably need to switch it out anyways. But that's it. Let's not forget about the grip. I'm running a Magpul MOE K-2 grip on it, and this is the rubber one with the offset coming backwards a little bit. So I used to rock like 3 different types of grips. It took me a minute to get it. First, I used to have a pistol grip on it with the grooves, and then when you were kind of like moving through buildings or doing different you know, training procedures, I felt like your fingers got stuck in those finger grooves, which is bad. So I put some of those pistol grips on a shotgun, a Mossberg 500, which I'm in the middle of building. I'll have to show you guys. But again, this is a Magpul K-2 rubber hand offset. Love it, feels amazing. At the bottom it has an opening just like every other you know, grip. I have a battery stuffed in there with the paper towel. So it kind of just doesn't rattle on you. So it doesn't rattle. And that's it. And I also have a sling. So let's talk about a sling. Sorry, there's a little bit of background noise on the sling. This is Magpul MS1, so it has the quick adjustable, non-padding, and then I have a Paraclip here, which is a quick attachment on the side of my rail. It comes off super easy. Some things about the sling is that I probably would buy one that's padded to run around your neck a little bit more, and then I kind of becoming a fan of like I think it's called like the 2-in-1s, where it kind of goes around your neck. You're able to work more ambidextrous depending on what which way you're shooting, what your situation is, and it goes onto the barrel, or I would also put another attachment up front. You never know, you might want something close, you might want something a little bit further away, but that's it, you know. I'm kind of rambling away. This is my first YouTube video. Hopefully I'm not doing horrible and you guys kind of understood my $2,500 AR build. Went with, most of it is Magpul, Strike Industries, a little BCM on there, and Streamlight. And you know, the gun's not done, but I'm happy with it. I also have a bipod somewhere on my shelf that I could use for longer range shooting, but all the time you definitely don't need to run it with it. It just adds more weight to your AR15. If you are someone that likes to shoot 100, 250, 300, then build your AR15 for that scenario, right? If you're doing long range and you want the bipod, you don't care about the extra weight, run it. You know what I mean? And build your AR15 to what you think you're gonna need it for, and have fun with it, right? Try to work on all the parts yourself. Try to install things on your own. It's not super difficult for a lot of people that could put a picture frame up on the wall, or maybe, you know, do your own oil change on your car. You could definitely work on guns. I'm not a gunsmith. I'm still learning every day, but I have fun doing my own things. So, you know, a buffer kit's not very difficult. Putting on a stock is super easy. Putting a pistol together, or a pistol grip together, is not that hard. Taking off the stock handguard is pretty easy. Make sure you put all your accessories on the handguard before you reinstall it, and have fun out there. So if you guys have any more questions, I'll go ahead and put the description list or parts list inside the bio, or the description area. I'm a new YouTuber, and if you guys have any questions, put a comment and or message me. Thanks.